Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
What is services? So we have discussed already how it works and all. What is services? How it works. So for that, I am going to have a 2-pod. So I'll show you this. So guys, here kubectl get pods hyphen n is equal to Rajesh. So right now this deployment I will delete this. I don't need this anymore. So kubectl delete deploy deploy which deploy my dep hyphen n is equal to Rajesh. So guys, I deleted deployment, so I don't have any pod right now. You see everything got terminated within a few seconds. This will be clear from here also. So now what I need to do, so guys, I am going to create 2 pod. So this is the pod 1 and this is the pod 1, right? So cp move pod 1 to pod 1 and cp pod 1 to pod 2. This is a 2 file. Now what I have done is pod 1 I will set up and I'll give my images, which is images the one which I've been using since morning is v1. Okay, this is welcome to DevOpsSchool 1 and vi pod 2.yaml. This is the save. So I got the 2 total pod 1 and pod 2. Okay, so now let me create this pod. So kubectl apply hyphen f pod 1 dot yaml hyphen n is equal to Rajesh. This is the pod 1 and this is the pod 2. So guys, here kubectl get pods hyphen n is equal to Rajesh. So where is that? I made a mistake. You know what? In name I did not change it, so that was a mistake I did. So delete pod hyphen n is equal to Rajesh. So you have to change the name also, right? Here it is. Okay, so here is the pod. So now can we change the pod name also? This is the pod name hello pod hyphen 1 and this is a hello pod hyphen 2. This is the 2 pod, you got it. So kubectl apply hyphen f pod 1 dot yaml hyphen n is equal to Rajesh and pod 2 dot yaml hyphen n is equal to Rajesh. So guys, total we got 2 pods. So kubectl get pods hyphen n is equal to Rajesh. Here 2 pod. Now can we get the IP address first? Wide and let's validate. This is the pod 1 curl http. This is the IP address. and welcome to DevOpsSchool version 1. This is a version 1, okay? And this second one, curl http dot dot, welcome to version. Okay, this is the, or did not I change this? See, a small mistake I'm doing it. Got a 2.yaml. Here I change this to, here I change it to 1. So just a second. qctl get pods -o void. I don't know why this mistake has happened. Let me check. So Rajesh, so it's a 13. Okay, sorry, I think that time I used someone else pod. So welcome to DevOpsSchool 1 is here, and 24 v2. So that last time probably I used that was a wrong IP address. Yeah, see, so the someone else pod was there. So here v1 and v2. So now guys, I got a 2 pod. Now I'm going to load balance. Remember, 2 different software is been loaded. That's okay, but I want to load balance this one. So what to do? So qctl create -h. Here if I do, can I create a service? See here, service I can create. Wonderful. So here -h. Now see here, these are the types. Either you can click cluster type, load balancer, node port, and external name. I'll show you this one, cluster IP first. So here service -h. Now this is the command to create a service. Now guys, you have to understand this command very well. In this here you have a type, and this is the name of this service. Now here this is the IP, this is the port number for the service, and this should be 80 because my application is running on 80 port, and using -n is equal to Rajesh. So clear the screen. So now qctl get pods, get svc. First I'll show you svc. Svc means service -n is equal to Rajesh. Do we have Rajesh service? Any service? No. Here I created, here it is a service. So I created a service. This is a clustered IP service. IP address of this, port number is this one. Now can I describe this? So here describe svc my cs -n is equal to Rajesh. So spelling mistake, -n is equal to Rajesh. See here, all this thing. Please read this whether you understand or not. Namespace label. See here, this is the service label. Okay, and selector is this one. Okay, this is the IP address, port number, and stuff like. Look at this endpoint. So endpoint means here is a, let's say this service will load balances 20 pod. So 20 IP address will be mentioned over there with a port number of pod. Endpoint is nothing. So that means this load balancer I created, but this load balancer, this service is not balancing any pod. So guys, anyone remember how can you load balance the pod? How this pod will get load balanced? All of you? What,
Using
anyone
labels.
remember?
Labeling.
So label has to be
Same. Between service.
Same. So look at this here, guys. Here, what is here? Here I have, see, look at the pod labels. So this is the pod labels, and here labels of service. So is it matching? No, it's not matching. So if I apply this label to these 2 pods, so 2 times I have to modify. So what I will do, I'll do the reverse way. I will add this one to the service. Okay, so that way it will match. Okay, so let's check it out. Now guys, please look at it this very carefully. It's very important. I'm modifying the service. Okay, and here labels of is this one. I modify here. Now let's check it out. This is the service and this is the label. Now it is matching, right? All of you? Is it matching?
Yeah.
But still endpoint has not got any ports IP address still. So guys, whatever I told you in asterisk signs, remember? So whatever I taught you last time, that was a wrong statement actually. So why did I teach you wrong statement? Just to make you the things in a easy way, because I didn't want it to talk about any specific field. Actually, that statement is not like the labels of pod. If matches with the label of service, then load balancing will happen. What is the right statement? You know, labels of pod must match with the selector level of service. Mind it. This is a service. This is a load balancer. And this guy will select which pod you want. So if this and this matches, then this endpoint will be updated and those pods will be load balanced by the service. Are you able to understand it now? What is that? All of you?
The selector should match the label of the pods.
Right, yeah. Then the load balancing will happen. So this, not this label. This one should match with this one. So can we do one thing? Can we edit this service one more time? And this time I will match this selector level. Go to the selector level.
What is the difference between label and the selector? Sorry, I don't know.
Label, just a second, I'll talk about it. First, let me show you. See
Yeah.
here, you got IP address. This is the pod IP address. So when you hit this IP address on port number 5678, you will get only sometime this one, sometime this one. You want to test it? See here. Curl HTTP. This is the 5678. Now I'll run in the random. Watch. Say V1, V2, V1, V2, V1, V2. So now you saw that this load balancing is happening, correct? All of you? Understood?
Mm.
So now the
Yeah.
question is, what is the label? So guys, label is one of the ways every object you can label it, give the multiple name. This is very useful for the filtering, load balancing services and all, many work, grepping. It's been useful for it. But what is a selector? So selector is a field for the service which basically tell whatever the whatever the pod you want to load balance, you write those labels of that pod here. So that means this particular service will select the pod with this label. So this endpoints will update it. Now, did you understand this? All of you?
Yeah.
Yep.
So guys, now I will show you node port. Remember, node port is nothing but create a service port only, but it just that the service get exposed to the each node of the port. So here I'm changing the here node cluster IP to node port. Now the name is exist, right? So I have to change the name ns. Now you see here kubectl get svc -n is equal to Rajesh. See here, this is the node port. So you see this service also you got a clustered IP. But what has happened? This service IP address is got exposed at this node port. This is the node port 30284. That means in any node of the cluster, if you hit at the 30284, you will get to this IP address. Okay, so can we validate it? Look at this. I'm heading to 30284. Here it is. So you see here, I'm hitting to the IP address and this is the port number. It's coming nothing. Why is nothing coming? Because see here, I'm hitting to 30284 and it's coming nothing. Why? Remember, because this load balancer is created, it's redirecting also to this, is going to this one at this particular port number. But in this, you have nothing actually. If you see here, kubectl, no pod is getting load balance. Describe svc and -n Rajesh. See here, nothing. So what do you need to do? So you need to change the label. So you had a label, right? I forgot that though. History. What is the label for the pod? So you have to match that label. So here this label, web server. So I'm going to modify this service and change the selector again. Same thing I'm doing, nothing else. It's just like last time I explained it to you. This time limiting that web server 2. Now you see here, 2 came, and now you see welcome. So now if you keep clicking here, sometime v1 will come, sometime v2 will come. I think cache, my browser has a cache enable, so it will not change this. But here you can see that curl, you got v2 run in this watch mode, v1, v2. So I'm hitting at the node port IP address. Remember again, a node port, node IP address at certain port. Okay. So guys, this is your node port. Now same thing you can do with the load balancer also. So here you do the load balancer. So balancer and LV, and you create it, but this will be in pending. So the site is not this here. Look at this load balancer. So you got the cluster IP also, but and which is get exposed at this particular port number, but external IP which is load balancer got pending. Because why? Because Kubernetes has no access to AWS or any locations where he can go and create external load balance. So if you set up a cluster using COPS and all, or manually also can configure it. It's a load balance. So guys, now all this thing I will show you in the magical way. That means not too many commands, only few commands, and we'll do that everything. So whatever the process which I did manually, now I will be doing through few magical command. Where is the magical command? Look at this. So here I am creating one deployment. Here I am scaling to 10 pod. You see here. See 10 pods, you got it. And now the labeling and all, matching and all, everything is done by expose command. It's a shortcut for the service. This is the expose command, which will do rest of the things. So here expose what? Deployment. Which deployment? My deployment. What is the load balancer port? Target port is also 80, container port. This will also do all the labeling and all will be done by this magical command. See here. This one. So if you hit curl, yeah. Now if you describe this service, see. So these two magical command will help you to do rest of the things. So guys, did you understand that pod now, the service now? All of you?
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.